Hey, welcome back to the Nets, your one stop channel for unbiased views, games analysis, predictions, and transfer news. Today, I would like to talk about the two games that we had in the last 2 days, KKR and Chennai Super Kings, and then the other one was the Sunrisers and Kings 11 Punjab. KKR and Super Kings. Chennai yet again being beaten. It's sad to see a team like Chennai struggling, and partially because MS Dhoni just had his retirement, and it seems like it would be unfair for him to be ending up in the, I mean, going on a low, considering the standards that has been set by MSD. I wouldn't want him going out this way. But Night Riders, speaking about them first, significant changes made by the captain, a new look. But besides that, I think promoting himself down the order, pushing himself down the order, promoting, changing the opening combination, and Tripathi showing him results right there and then. Good to see massive changes happening there. And when you make changes and when they come out good for you, it actually helps the cause. But still, I do not understand how Narayan can be promoted ahead of Ian Morgan. Morgan for me is set number four, has to be number four. He takes that extra 5 or 7 balls to maybe get in, but once he gets in, he makes a massive difference. So I do not see why Morgan can be pushed, or I do not see how Morgan can be pushed down the order. Russell for me has failed so far. He has lacked to show the spark he has in the previous versions of IPL, but that's I think the Calypso thing. They like to throw their bats around, and they like to they come in these bursts where they are sometimes unstoppable and then they are massively unpredictable. So but I think Russell is going through one of those things, and I think he'll pick up as the tour progresses. Chennai Super Kings, disappointing. Watson and Faf seem to be the only ones who are delivering, and Watson again, I think he's way past their prime. Even if Watson does deliver, I do not think Watson has the ability to win games single handedly, 4 or 5 games single handedly in a season, and that is something that we expect of Watson, who is pretty much like a T20 consultant now, playing in all big bash leagues all over the world. MSD promoted himself maybe to see if he can get some of his form back, but that didn't happen. The promotion of Kedar Jadhav is not explainable. I mean, I cannot understand how Jadeja can be pushed down the order to promote Kedar, but then again, enough has been said about Kedar on Twitter and on all social media in the past few days. And I think that it's about time Chennai realized that they have better options. Um, Mention of Shardul Thakur. I keep insisting, I keep mentioning Shardul Thakur because I think there is tons of promise there. He has the ability to move the ball both ways. He can throw his bat around, gives it all in the field. I think Shardul Thakur is going to be one of those guys who keeps knocking the door. Maybe not in the next World Cup, maybe not in Australia, but I think definitely in places where the ball swings. So for me, uh, I would consider him for England, South Africa, and New Zealand if I have to choose. Moving to the next game. Oh, and also a special mention of Karan Sharma, over 30, but he still manages to rip the ball, turn it around. So definitely, something that Chennai has at their disposal, and I think he will play important role as the series progresses. Moving to the next game, Sunrisers and Kings 11 Punjab. Punjab for me has been an absolute disappointment with the number of big names that they have. With Anil Kumble, who is sitting in the dressing room, it's hard to understand how they have not been able to find a steady combination of 11. Way too many changes, heavily dependent on the top order, and Maxwell is misperforming or misfiring or not performing. He has been poor in the field. He has been poor batting wise. He has not delivered with the ball. So I think it's about time Chris Gayle is considered. And Anil Kumble mentioned that Chris Gayle was not fit. They were wanting to have him start this game, but he was not fit. So maybe we will see Chris Gayle coming in. For me, Arshdeep Singh was the standout performer from the last game, because at one point the Sunrisers looked like they could have scored 230 to 40. Arshdeep Singh showed quite a few variations, and I feel that he can do everything that Sheldon Cottrell can. Sheldon Cottrell, for me, is not delivering as much as was expected of him. So Arshdeep, in the limited time that he, in those 4 overs or 24 balls, managed to show more variations, the ability to bowl a slower ball or a bouncer, and I think he's definitely something to watch out for. And if it was me, I would get rid of Cottrell, bring Chris Gayle back, and that gives the ability for Rahul to come down and take the innings all the way, be the anchor till the 20th over. Another mention would be Abhishek Sharma. Abhishek Sharma, for me, also looks like he can bat. He can throw his bat around. Good fielder, and also has managed to get 2 or 3 overs, I think, and get a wicket here and there. So the team does look promising, but for some reason they have not fired. So that is, I think they have enough brains in the dressing room to make that change. I won't write Punjab off yet, but they need to find their combination fast. Nicholas Puran, yeah, he made 77, but again, that's the Calypso thing. You always know that it's a hit and miss. He can sometimes show that he's exceptional, and sometimes he just goes missing. And I think that's the T20 culture that is bringing in, these kind of players who manage to get in the limelight with these one-off knocks. And I wouldn't say one-off. Nicholas Puran has proven himself over and over, but consistency is lacking. So those would be my that would be my take again for Hyderabad. The standout performers for me from Hyderabad's perspective has been the overseas players. They have Bairstow and Warner. Warner, again, not as much. 52 from 40 balls as an opener doesn't really doesn't qualify as an exceptional performer. But Rashid Khan, I can go on and on. But oh well, that's all that I have for today's edition. So again, I come back to you guys. If you like my channel, please do hit the like button. Please do hit the subscribe button. Give me a shout out once in a while. Let people know there is Back to the Nets. And if you don't like my channel, leave it in the comments. Leave it in the send me messages. I would be more than glad to reply back and improvise my content. That's all that I have. Stay safe, stay healthy, everybody. We will talk to you guys shortly. Thank you.